In today's video, I will upgrade my walking from the simplest 4 logic block walking to this monstrosity of accumulator logic, so you as well can learn how to make smoothest walk. Here we go. So for this, you're gonna need a pair of legs. Obviously, I went for a simple design: hip, knee, feet. You always want the positive to be facing the direction you are walking. So my walking will be this way. This is the front. I'm gonna paint it red. So the hip positive toward the walking, same for the other side. Positive toward the walking. The knee is the opposite because I want the positive to be knee bending. And for the feet, same as the hip. As for the input, you can pause if you want to see. I put low speed, strength 100, but less on the feet, 25, 30, 50. And I always put the feet at half the angle as the hip. So, the simplest way, the most simple way you can do is with 4 logic blocks. We're gonna take whatever, the and, the or, we don't care. So W, it's Z for me, but W for you, obviously. I'm not gonna put too much, like 0.3, we don't care. Some random value, I like to go with 0.7. So for everything. And the other one, no delay, so they alternate. Duplicate all of this and inverse, so this one 0 but negative value, this one 0.7 but negative value. Okay, so this is positive, this is negative. Positive, you hook it to everything. Negative, you hook it to everything but the knee. And it works, I guess. Pretty clunky, but I guess it works. This is supposed to be first one. So yeah. Now, how do you improve this? Well, as you might have known, the knee is not supposed to come back at the same moment as the hip. So how can we do that? What we're gonna do is, for the front one, we unhook the knee, we duplicate, unhook everything, hook only to the knees, and we change the duration, so we lower it, so like 0.5 for example, and we increase the pause by the same amount that we decrease the duration. So we went from 0.7 to 0.5, so minus 0.2, and here plus 0.2, so 0.9. And this is already much better because the knee comes back before the hip. This is round 2. Now round 3. What if I want to be able to have another input as W, but without my mech walking forward? For example, when I jump, I want my W to be front flip. So how to do that? We go with 2 logic blocks, same as before, 0.7, 0.7 but the first, but we keep one as an output. Now we're gonna use aggregate block. Now don't be scared, this is the best logic block in the game. And we're gonna put them both at product. Product is multiplying every input together and putting it as an output. So the left one to the left, right one to the right, and a NOR gate. So this NOR gate is gonna be what determines if the mech is working or not. So how does it work is that it's multiplying, so it's gonna multiply this input 1 multiplying by 1, so 1. But if this NOR gate is inactive, so if I gonna press, I don't know, 1, it's gonna instead input 0, so 1 times 0 is 0. Now this is our output. So we put the output, but this time we already have the timing here. So 0.3 duplicate minus 0.3. So positive, negative, duplicate. And for the knees, so the blue is gonna be the knees, we put, as we said, a bit more, but with less duration. If you didn't forget, here we don't need a pause because it's already being paused by the alterning of these two. So you're gonna hook to this and this, but not to this one, to this one. This is the tricky part. Here, like this. So these two here, these two here, here, and here. Oh, and I forgot the fit. And I forgot to put W. And this is working. However, when I press 1, you see it's not working anymore. So you could not have done this with an AND gate, because AND gates are not very good. I'm still pressing W, but it's not working, and now it's working. And now, step 4, accumulation. Now, we're gonna keep this just as a timing. However, we're gonna unhook everything. Oh. Damn. And change our servos. So to 2 speed. Just so that you understand the utility of, because what's the benefits of having everything as 2 speed is that you can do very fast jumps and kicks, but if you do 2 speed, the walking is gonna be super duper fast and just not work. So what you're gonna do is have an accumulator feeding into multiplying -1. Okay, so accumulator -1, 1, 1. Okay, this one to this one to this. So this is the key to the accumulator logic, is that this feeds into this, that multiplies and feeding back, meaning that the accumulator is gonna be smooth, so strong starts and slow end, and always go back to 0 when there's no input, because multiply by -1. However, we're gonna need 2 of them for each limb. Should not have multiplied like this. So when duplicating this, just duplicate without it connecting to everything, because after you need to unhook everything. So this to this, this to this. And the first one is gonna go to as well the second one. This is the one that's gonna feed into the joints. So this we're gonna need 4 of them. So do this every, just what I did, but 4 times. Okay, so this is gonna be left hip, right hip, left knee, right knee, and the feet is just this. What I do is the feet is the same as the hip. Once you've done the 4 thingies, what you're gonna do is add another set of logic of multiplying. So I like to go with 2 for a basis. So for each limb you're gonna need 2 of them, unless for the knees you're gonna see. So 1 blue, 1 red. The blue is multiplied by 2, the red is multiplied by -2. Duplicate this here. And for the knee, you only need the blue, the red is useless. Okay, so both to the accumulators. The first one. Now that we put the thingies, we can, for the middle part, we put at 1. I need to redid everything just because I forgot that. Instead of 0.3 as we did without the accumulator, this is 1. This goes to positive and negative, and positive left, negative right. This goes to negative left, positive right, and the knee simple right left, and this to the first accumulator. So the setup for the hip that I have is like this, and like this I put on 2, maybe like a bit more here because we want the knee to be a bit faster. And so we're just gonna test it. It's not too bad. What could we improve here? I don't know why it's so glitchy. Maybe it's just... Ah, it's a bit better. Ah, here we go. After some tuning, you can achieve things like this. And if you remember correctly, the main part about accumulators is that you can keep the feet at super speed. So I have a smooth walking, but I can still whopping. And here you go. That's my evolution of logic. Hope you liked it. Hope you learned some things. And have a good one. Bye bye.